Guys, I'm telling you, when facing adversity, the best thing you can do for yourself is to keep going, get back in your routine, and, and kind of just force it in a way. Is the best way I can put it. Just force yourself and find that discipline. I'm not going to use motivation because I hate the word motivation. Find that discipline to get back in the gym, get back to work, go to your job, make that money, eat healthy, eat right. Find that discipline to find it within yourself to just keep moving forward because life isn't going to wait for you. It's not going to happen. So, just keep pushing through the adversity because I promise you're going to hit the top of that mountain. Absolutely. A little motivation before we get into the podcast today. So, ready to get started? Welcome back to the Bench to Mike podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Foltz, also known as CF3.
I'm also the host, Chris Cortez, also known as Chris Cortez.
Yes, he is. Oh, he even looked at me because he knew I was going to do something. You wait till you see, as we're recording this, the last podcast hasn't been posted because Chris is going to be busy all next week. So we are just getting this podcast out of the way for you guys because we love our supporters and our viewers. But yeah, he wait till you see the little thing I put on the, if you watch the video, wait till that segment pops up. But yes. So I'm sitting here with CC50, and today we're going over the NFL schedules. Today we're going over NFL schedules, and we're going to predict the records of all the teams. And also, if you're interested, I was interested in maybe looking at some of the free agent signings that have been going on. Because, we talked about the Tariq Cohen and Jets thing.
Yeah.
I mean, so if we have time, we'll jump into that, or we'll save it for next podcast. But we're going to jump into NFL schedules, and we're going to guess what the records are going to be. Because there are 17 games in NFL season.
Yep, man. 17 now. It's so weird. It's been like that for a couple years now, and I just
it's still odd. It's an odd.
It just still feels
thing.
weird to me. I'm so used to having 16 games. I don't like it.
My thing about it too is everybody talks about how all the greats, would be amazing in today's league, but the greats played in a 12-week schedule, and there are 8 games scheduled way back when. They also did
hate that,
and also the stats are they have 2 extra games or whatever to to get more stats and the way they tackled back in the day would be a penalty now. So it's it's just so hard to compare that. Every decade of football is a different version of football, so you can't even compare it anymore. You can't even look at it that way.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd even say you can't even compare the early 2000s players to today's game. Then the best way to look at it is look at Tom Brady. Look at the way Tom Brady played in the early 2000s versus now. I mean, think about that. The Tuck rule. I mean, he's the reason for the Tuck rule, right? So,
yep.
I mean, I don't want to dive in this discussion, but I just want to bring that up. Fair.
Yeah. I think Tom Brady is a pretty good exception. I mean, he was elite back in the early 2000s, and he's elite now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But anyways, guys, we'll get into it. Chris has the schedules pulled up. I do not. I am just staring at a recording audio screen. Starting off with the AFC East, Buffalo Bills.
Key loss, Stephon Diggs.
They don't have Diggs no more?
Nope. He's gone. He's on the Texans.
I think I heard about that. When did he get signed there? I think I heard about it when it happened.
March or April.
Yeah, that's why I forget about it. Yeah, I was too busy doing spring ball.
Yeah, they dealt into Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to be that good this year.
Josh Allen's got to carry, but he always had some weapons. He always had weapons around him though, and Josh Allen's always had a nice supporting cast. I hate them because I'm a Bengals fan. They always go wide in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they finished second in the AFC East. I think they're going to finish 10-6 or 10. See, look at me already. 16 game schedule. I think they finished 10-7.
I think without Diggs, I feel like Josh Allen and Diggs had some good chemistry, and they obviously built that over the last. He's been with the Bills for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So I'd say I'm gonna go 9-8. But I think if they make the playoffs, they have a good shot at a run, no matter what.
I think they're one and done in the playoffs. But Allen, he's a winner in the regular season. He's not a playoff quarterback. Never has been a playoff quarterback. He's just not there when it comes to the playoffs. He's a known choker. Stats.
I feel like that's not a fair judgment just because when he plays like the Bengals or the Chiefs, he just gets screwed. But he dominates against other teams. But like the top teams, he just. I mean, they're always close games though too.
Like I said, the stats don't show that he's a choker, but he's a choker. Does he ever win? No, he doesn't. He doesn't win. To be a choker does not mean to not have good stats. To be a choker means you don't win. And Josh Allen, he does not win.
I plead my case. But yeah, I go 9-8 for the Bills.
9-8.
9-8.
I think they go 10-7, but I think it's about the same. I think they'll probably, or I guess since I said second, they'll nab. What is it? There's 8 teams in the playoff, or 7 teams. Excuse me. I think they'll grab a 6 seed in the wild card, 6 or 7 seed. Miami Dolphins. I think they'll finish first in the AFC East. I think they've built this team. They were dismantled by injuries last year, but I think everyone should be coming back and healthy. Bradley Chubb was a big loss last year with how he got hurt down the stretch of the season. He'll be back fully healthy. I think they go 12-5, and I think they finish first in the AFC East.
I agree with Chris. In this one. I also love Tyreek Hill. It's amazing.
Forget about him.
And I love what the head coach. He's probably my favorite head coach in the NFL.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, he's amazing. Wait, is his name Mike McDaniel?
Mike McDaniels. Is that
his name?
What did you think his name is?
Honestly, I forget. I'm brain farting, and it's not a good thing for a podcast. But I just love the goofiness of the coach. I like the plays that he runs, especially with Tyreek.
We both had long days at work.
That is true.
Cut us a break, guys.
I've been in an office where they Photoshop in graphics. Started my first day. It was great. Thanks for asking. But I also love
Mike
Tua.
McDaniel. That's his name.
There you go. Shout out. I also like Tua, and I feel really bad for all his head injuries. I hope we can keep it together. Hope the man doesn't get CTE. But yeah, Dolphins, man. I'm going 14-3.
14-3.
I think they're gonna be one of the best teams in the league next year. One of the best teams in the league next year. Absolutely.
Someone's gonna get injured. Don't know if it'll be a season-ending injury.
It'll probably be Tua.
Probably.
Who's the backup QB in Dolphins?
I don't know. Stay tuned for a different video where we will grade the different position groups for each team.
Ooh. I didn't even think about that.
Let us know who you want to see first. Quarterback rooms for every team, running back teams for every team. Let us know in the comments what you want to see first, and we will grade every.
What you want to see, kid? Let us know.
Let us know
in the comments. Get yourself a Howie roll on the way there.
All right, New York Jets.
The New York Jets. Okay, Jets. If Aaron Rodgers can play more than a second, they are going to be amazing. They are going to be competing with the Dolphins. They have good weapons. They're bringing in guys. They're bringing in vets that the Jets always have, but they always suck. But I'm telling you, they either going to be super dominant or super bust. Yeah. This is a boomer bust team. They got aged veterans. Aaron Rodgers is probably almost done anyways. I give it this last year, honestly, for him. But
I'll give him one more season after this.
I don't know, man. The Jets are either going to be super amazing or it's going to be like the 2013 Jets with Michael Vick and all those veterans that they had, and they just sucked. Yeah. So I'm going – actually, Chris, you go first.
I believe I said second place for the Bills. I'm going to make that third. I think the Jets finish –
He's dying. He just sneezed all over my Pop-Tarts. You jerk.
My bad. Just got out of a hospital, working 12 hours.
Who knows what you got going on, man? Oh,
yeah.
Anyways,
I'm gonna change the Bills to third because I said they go 10-7. I think the Jets finish with one more win. I think they go 11-6. With Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna do 2 separate predictions. With Aaron Rodgers, they've built a great defense. They've signed all these free agents to the offensive line, and they drafted, I'd say, the second best offensive lineman in the NFL draft. I'm not sure if he'll start because of how much depth and the starting 5 for the offensive line that they've built, but I think they go 11-6 with Aaron Rodgers. The one game that scares me, why did the NFL have to put him on Monday night? Week 1, Monday night against the 49ers at San Francisco.
Oh.
But here's the kicker. The guy that tore A-Rod's Achilles week 1 last year is playing for the 49ers. Duh is right. Duh.
I think the Niners are still. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about the Niners later.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
For me, the Jets. like I said, they're boom or bust. And since Chris went boom, I'm going bust. I'm saying 6-11.
6-11.
I think that, like I said, it's gonna be either way, swing each way. But I think Jets are gonna be the Jets. I'm thinking they're doing the same thing as 2013, and they're just gonna be bringing all these vets in, and they're just gonna stank it up, and they're gonna find a way to lose, even though they have all this talent. 6-11. But I do.
We'll see.
Who's running back? Name? Brees Hall. He's still
Brees Hall.
Brees Hall.
Brees the Beast.
I want him to have a great year, though. I do. I want him to have a great year. I hope they feed him the rock every play.
Here is one of the most Jet stats you'll ever hear. In the Patriots game when they beat them, by the way, another Jet stat. They had a 15-game losing streak going into the last Patriots game last year against the Patriots. So glad that was glad they beat them for the first time in 15 goes. Fun fact, I was in 6th grade the last time they beat the Patriots up until this past season.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was bad. It was bad. Brees Hall, the head coach, Robert Saleh, thought he had hit 1,000 yards. Then they pulled Brees Hall. Come find out in the official stats, he finished with 996. All he needed was one more play to get 4 more yards. Then he would have hit 1,000. So Brees only finished with 996 yards last season.
That is awful.
That is painful. Yeah. By the way, if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt and Tyrod Taylor,
I love Tyrod, though.
I like Tyrod Taylor.
He's a reliable backup.
Back in like Madden 16 through 18, I loved having him as my quarterback because he could always run and he had great throw power too. I think the Tyrod Taylor led Jets will go 8-9. One more win than a Zach Wilson led Jets team.
I think I really missed it. Was it 26? No, it was 2015 because the year the Bengals barely made the playoffs, right? Because the Bills had that really good playoff run, wasn't it, with Tyrod? What year was that? It was the year Tyrod balled out.
I want to say it was like 2016.
And then they cut him the next day after that season, and they had that crazy run.
Yeah.
I want to say 2015 or 2016 because 2015 was the year that because the Bills won or something, the Bengals made it. Wasn't that year? Or no, because the Bengals when the Bills made it? I can't remember what it was.
There was a time when the Bills beat the Jets in Week 17, and the Steelers made the playoffs because of it. But the Bills didn't make the playoffs because they were bad that year. But there was a time when Tyrod did lead them to a playoff berth, but they lost in the first week of the playoffs to the Jaguars.
Yeah, shoot. Was that the Blake Bortles led one?
When they went to the AFC
That was 2015 then.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
New England Patriots. I think they finished dead last. AFC East. It's about time. I'm so sick of the Patriots. I can't stand the Patriots. I think we covered this in our NFL draft analysis video. I know I said Drake May is going to be a bust. Did you agree with that statement, or did you? I don't remember.
I think I did agree, and that's gonna be really bad if I didn't. But I'm pretty sure I agreed.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, because I said UNC doesn't produce. Yeah. I said UNC doesn't produce NFL talent, so that's my argument.
Sorry. No, you're good. Patriots. I think they go 3. I got to do the math because you said 3-14. I think they're going to be horrible. They finished 4-13 last year. I think they lose more.
That was my prediction. 4-13.
Yeah, I think they go 3-14.
I am excited though. I am excited because they have 2 rookie QBs. Was the one out of Texas, right? It was one out of Texas, the one from UNC.
Yeah.
I am excited to see the QB battle between them. But that's really about it. I don't think they're very good. I'm going 4-13.
And Belichick isn't coaching them anymore.
Yeah, they're definitely ruined. Guys, you see this glare?
Yeah, that's crazy.
A little glare going on? A little glare? You ever get glare when you're recording a podcast, kid?
Yeah.
And I know how we're just talking and I'm fixing the camera. Not very professional or whatever, but
don't worry. When we get big, we'll have a studio where this won't ever be an issue.
Yeah, absolutely. So sorry for the glare. People who are watching the video, but we appreciate you still staying tuned.
Yeah. But just looking at this Patriots schedule, it ain't looking pretty. Bills twice, Dolphins twice, Jets twice, Texans, Colts, Rams, Seahawks, Chargers.
They're playing top-level talent.
They're not going to win any of those games.
They're not going to win a single game at home.
Those are their home games.
Yeah.
Away, they got Cardinals, Jags, Niners, Titans, Bengals. I could see them going 0-17. Just based off, I could see them going 0-17.
I think they'll beat the Cardinals.
That'll be the only team they beat. You know what? I changed my answer. Just because it's so hard to go win 1 game or 0 games, I think they go 2-15. The Patriots are going to be horrendous this year.
Sorry to all our Patriots fans. Actually, no, Patriots. You guys have such a long dynasty. It's time
Yeah,
for you guys to.
You deserve this.
You're the new
You
Cleveland
deserve
Browns.
this.
You're the new Cleveland Browns.
You deserve it, Patriots fans. You
Had
deserve
Tom
it.
Brady and Belichick for way too long.
Yeah, you guys deserve it.
You stink.
AFC North,
The AFC North, my favorite division.
the hardest division in sports.
I would agree. Hey, thank you for agreeing with that. Thank you for saying that. 'Cause that's absolutely true.
Yeah, I would say out of the big 4 in North America, AFC North is hands down the hardest division out of the big 4 sports in North America. What, last year 3 of the 4 teams made the playoffs? Are you kidding me? How could it not?
Dude, it's so good. Even like the year when Kenny Pickett leading the Steelers and everything, which we'll get into a little bit.
Yeah, they
Like,
were tough.
They were tough, but they just weren't as good as the other 3 teams.
But they won 9 games. Mike Tomlin, you can always count on him. Mr. 9-win season.
Yeah. Yep, and the Bengals. The Bengals were still even good even with the backup QB in. Like we
Yeah.
were still solid.
They were winning games.
Yeah, not very much, but shout out Jake Brown. He did such a good job. He got re-signed. So
I'm gonna say they should have kept that
is it
guy.
Jake
if they didn't.
Browning or is it Jake Brown?
Jake Browning.
Browning, my fault. Sorry, Browning. I should get a Jake Browning jersey.
Yeah, you always like the underdog.
I'd love the underdog. Anyways, let's get into it. AFC North.
Baltimore Ravens. They finished
Okay.
2023 13-4.
I'm not even gonna look at the schedule that's in front of my face. The Ravens got Lamar Jackson. All right, they got receiver talent out the wazoo. That's all. The last 3 years, Lamar has a good line, a good running back. Derrick Henry's in the backfield. We got Lamar Jackson taking your ankles, and the linebackers are picking him up with their bags. Derrick Henry's running them over, or he's slinging it deep to all 3 of those amazing. What receivers they got now? They got they got 3 solid ones, don't they now?
I don't think they're gonna get I don't even think they're gonna get used that much.
Dude,
I bet my hot take. I guess throwback to Cold Seats hot takes. The leading receiver on the Ravens.
this is cold seats, hot takes. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Leading receiver on the Ravens. Don't even matter who it is. They're gonna have
400 yards.
a little like around 800. They won't eclipse 900 yards. 800 yards. Book it. Because Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson are going to get the workload.
Is Mark Andrews still the tight end for the Ravens, or is there?
Yep, and he might be the one that leads their team in receiving yards.
He's old as dirt, though, isn't he? He's gotta be old.
I
As
wouldn't
dirt
say he's old as dirt, but he's getting
For a tight
older.
end.
Yeah.
How is he the same age as Travis Kelce? Is it the same draft
I'd
class?
say he's around 30, 32. I'm on the spot here. I don't really know.
Yeah. I just know Joe Flacco threw to him, didn't he? Did Joe Flacco throw to Mark Andrews?
Maybe when he was like
Rookie.
second season maybe.
Anyways, yeah, Lamar Jackson has all the weapons that he finally has everything he needs. But the only thing is, running backs age quick, and Derrick Henry's kind of at the end of his career. Honestly, Derrick Henry's coming to an end.
He is, but
It's still Derrick Henry though. It's still Derrick Henry.
I gotta say, I am a Derrick Henry truther. The guy hits 1,000 yards every season, which nowadays I guess you could make the argument that's not that big of an accomplishment because it's around like 90, 95 yards a week. But the guy averages around 4 to 5 yards a carry. So every other carry, he's getting the first down.
Yeah, but also the Titans gave him the ball every play. Like,
that's what you do when you got a good running back.
I know. So, you can't brag about 1,000 yards when you're getting the ball 90% of the game.
But look at his average yards per carry. That's the key stat. That's why I brought it up. 4 to 5 yards a carry.
Is it 4 to 5 yards a carry? Okay, fine. I'll shut my mouth.
No, you're good.
But I'm just saying, when you are the whole offense, you better be getting 1,000 yards like in a season.
No. That's the argument a lot of people bring up when they say Najee Harris isn't that good, which I agree. The dude gets 20, 25 carries a game, and he averages 3 yards a carry. Yeah, it's super easy to hit 1,000 yards.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Dude's got stone shoes.
Stone shoes, not even concrete, just stone. But yeah, I'm so even if the Ravens are playing the Bengals, man, I'm still gonna be excited for that matchup.
I think they split with the Bengals, home and home.
So, what do you think the record? What's your record?
I don't think they're gonna win the AFC North.
Nope.
I don't.
The Bengals.
I think they finish. What just happened?
You just ruined everything, Chris.
There we go. I got it. I think they finish second. I believe the Ravens shall go 11-6.
I think it's gonna be a battle again, and I think they're gonna finish third in the division, going.
Woo.
I'm gonna say 9-8.
Woo.
I'm saying let me see the schedule real quick. Ooh, they're kind of split. It's kind of split. It's like there's a bunch of teams that could be really good, and then there's teams that are good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go 10-7. I'm gonna go 10-7. I think they're gonna need to finish second or third in the division.
Yeah.
But like it just there's so many ifs. Like if Derrick Henry can still do it, because how is he 29 now? 28, 29.
Something like that.
And it's like the receiver talent. Can Lamar bring together another good throw? He's an amazing runner, and he's become a good thrower. But can he bring it together? I think that's what's come down to. So I'm going with that.
That's fair. Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Browns.
I love this team. I think they win the AFC North. I got them.
I love the uniforms, but hate the team because I'm a Bengals fan.
Of course, Battle of Ohio.
Yeah. So, Chris, keep going. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I think the Browns go 13-4. If everyone stays healthy, I think they secure the number 1 seed in the AFC. I think they are top to bottom. I think they're the best team in the AFC.
They have 3 starting quarterbacks.
Yep.
They have 3 starting quarterbacks in there.
And my hot take that I brought up in our March Madness champion with shout out Clayton Scalina in that great podcast episode. Go watch it. The best quarterback in the room isn't even starting. That's how good their quarterback room is. Famous Jameis is not going to be the starter, but he's good. He's in the quarterback room.
They should honestly run. Maybe they could run like a 2 or 3 QB system.
Yeah, it's possible. You know, it's the NFL, man.
Wait, it's Jameis Winston, Deshaun Watson, and what am I forgetting?
DTR.
No, DTR's gone.
DTR's gone.
It's
what?
Not,
they got rid of the guy?
Yeah, it's another guy. It's another starting. It's another like. Is it Russell Wilson? No, it's
no, it's not Russell Wilson.
He went to Steelers. That's crazy. Browns quarterbacks. Dude, I gotta look this up. It's gonna bother me.
DTR plays on the Browns for the Browns on his Wikipedia page. It says he plays for the Browns.
He's cut, dude. I'm telling you, he's done. He's done. Jameis Winston is one. Watson is Flacco. Flacco's still in the Browns.
No, he's not. Flacco's not on the Browns anymore.
What? I swear I'm right.
No, DTR's on the Browns.
No, dude. You're killing me right now.
They let Flacco walk.
Where's Flacco at then?
Colts.
You're kidding me.
Nope. Browns let Flacco walk. Flacco went to the Colts.
I'm telling you right now.
So it's a good thing we got to watch him play when we did, because now he's with the Colts. I don't know when our next opportunity will ever be to watch him. You know.
Yeah.
We got lucky being able to watch growing up. You know.
Yeah. Tyler Huntley.
So they got.
They got him. And Tyler Huntley was amazing.
So
for the
it'll be
Ravens.
the battle. Oh, okay. Well, I guess not really a battle because Huntley's way better than DTR. Yeah, okay, this will be DTR. I don't think DTR makes it past preseason then.
DTR was really good in the preseason last year, though.
Yeah, he was really good, but he ain't gonna make. They're not gonna keep 4 quarterbacks on the active roster. He'll get practice squad.
Sean Watson, James Winston. Yeah, they have 4 QBs right now. Tyler Huntley was the one I was thinking of. I love Tyler Huntley. That's why I remembered it. I knew I wasn't crazy. Watching him play for the Ravens, that one game where Lamar sat out was amazing.
He almost beat the Bengals in the one playoff run one playoff game they had.
I know, but it was still fun to watch.
Oh, great game. Browns. The only thing that I'm worried about saying they go 13-4, the Browns have the hardest schedule in the NFL. Statistically, they have the hardest schedule in the NFL. Go look it up. I saw it on an Instagram post. But I still think they pull through. I think they go 13-4. If you look at last year or last season, with the amount of close games that they lost, Nick Chubb would have made the difference in all those. They would have swept the Steelers that Monday night when they lost Nick Chubb. They would have dominated the Steelers. The guy was almost eclipsing 100 yards and a half. So I think if everyone stays healthy, Deshaun Watson stays healthy, Nick Chubb's healthy, the offensive line, they didn't have a single starter going into that playoff game against the Texans. I think the Browns will go 13-4. But unfortunately, injuries are part of football. It's just how it is, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. Story of my career, honestly.
Yeah.
I think the Browns will be Browns because I hate the Browns.
You think the Browns will be the Browns?
I think the Browns will be the Browns. I think they'll
Bunch
suck.
of nameless gray faces?
I don't think they're going to be worse than the Steelers, but, man, I don't even know what record to give them. I'm going to go I don't even. I can't even pick. I think they have a lot of talent, but I think they're gonna still be better than the Steelers. I'm gonna go. Wait, what's their schedule looking like? Let me look at this. I need a glance. I'm really stuck here. I think it's a coin flip. I think 8-9 or 9-8. It's a coin
Ooh.
flip because look at those teams. They're gonna play the Bengals and Ravens twice, right? And then and they're playing some talented teams. They're obviously gonna have some easy cakewalk teams. I think they're gonna walk through the Broncos. I think they're gonna Cowboys. I think they're gonna walk through. Chargers will be a good game with them. I think Dolphins are gonna sweep them. Giants will be a dominant game. Like they'll dominate them. I think. Every other team I think is a. Ooh, Jaguars are kind of bringing it together though, and Wayne Ruby's on Jaguars, so I'm rooting for Wayne Ruby obviously in that game. Hopefully he's still on the roster. Commanders, I think Commanders are gonna be a coin flip too, because isn't.
I don't think the Commanders are gonna be good.
always have just been a Redskins Commanders fan. Like I've always just been like I love what they like. I love the Adrian Peterson era when they brought Adrian Peterson, and they kept feeding him the rock even though he was just old and sucky. I don't know. And then watching him run is wasn't Adrian Peterson's longest run 70 yards, and it was his last year in the league.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Something crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've always been a Commanders root. I've always, what did you say a little bit ago?
A truther.
Truther. Redskins / Commanders truther or football / football team.
Redskins / football team / Commanders truther.
Yep. I've always had a little bit of love.
Yeah. Fun fact: they had a mini poll. One of the teams they were considering changing the name to was Red Wolves. That would have been cool. I think Red Wolves
would fit them so
that would have
good.
been so awesome.
Commanders are just stupid.
Because that's Arkansas State. Shout out college football. When they changed their name from the Arkansas State Indians, they changed it to what it is now, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. And we all know they have one of the best logos in all of college football. It's awesome. And I think Washington Red Wolves would have been a perfect name change.
I agree. I don't know why they went Commanders. I don't know why they went that route.
The only thing I can think of is because they're in D.C. and it's the capital of our beautiful country. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they're going to finish last.
They're so they got Russell Wilson. And then Justin Fields competing. Two terrible. I love Justin Fields though. I do love he's a Buckeye. He's really trying. He really tried to carry the Bears.
He's an Ohio guy. We always support our Ohio guys, no matter if they went to Ohio State, BGSU, Toledo, Ohio, Akron, Kent State. You get the gist. We love all of our Ohio football players.
I hope it's kind of like a Baker Mayfield, Tyrod Taylor era kind of thing, where Russell starts the first 3 games, and then Baker gets a chance. And I hope Russ kind of coaches up Justin to a point where he is a playmaker, because I think Justin Fields has the same tools that Russell Wilson did back during his first 5-6 dominant years in the league. And the Steelers, they don't really have weapons. I mean, they have some solid receivers.
Their coach, Mike Tomlin.
You can't go wrong with Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is a good coach, and he's great for the men. On that, I love watching his podcast. I love watching stuff like that with Mike Tomlin. But I like what Mike Tomlin represents as what I'm trying to get at. But Najee Harris is a big question, right? And the running backs, the O line. I mean, Kenny Pickett was kind of running for his life sometimes at some points.
Yeah.
2 gloves, Kenny Pickett.
The defense. My dad and I have a running joke is Mike Tomlin's such a crazy defensive-minded coach. You could take someone from our local high school's football team and put them on the Steelers, and they'll be an All-Pro just because it's Mike Tomlin coaching the defense.
I like that.
You ever heard of Cole Holcomb? You ever heard of Isaiah Loudermilk? You ever heard of Loudermilk? Isaiah Loudermilk, Steelers legend of just last year. Like I said, I don't think any of those guys were all pros. Cole Holcomb would have been if he didn't have that horrible injury. So hopefully he gets better.
Yeah.
But those guys just solid defensive anchors, just for no reason on the Steelers. On any other team, they would have been horrible.
They still got T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt still in that team.
Yeah, that's someone I hope we get to see play someday.
That'd be really cool. Any of the Watts would be cool. Are all of them retired except him though? The running back retired, the fullback retired, and then
I didn't know Derek retired. He had a couple splits in the league. I just remember his name being in Madden, but he never had a picture in the game.
He was a 48 overall fullback or something like that. He played for the Chargers for a couple years. He was a practice squad guy, and then he got signed with the Steelers for a couple years because he actually got to play with TJ, and then he retired, I believe.
Yeah.
But yes, Steelers. My prediction: y'all are gonna suck. I'm rooting for Justin though. It's so hard because I love every team in the AFC North. I do, but I'm a Bengals fan. It's kind of like when you start loving your enemies, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? You start to love your enemies a little bit.
I could never love the Patriots.
Oh, yours no, absolutely not, absolutely. But just for me, it's that Midwestern love, I guess you could say, the Midwestern love.
PA's not in the Midwest, by the way.
Is not considered. Are we considered the cutoff of Midwest?
Yep.
Okay, well then I don't have an excuse. I just like the AFC.
It's that Rust Belt grit, the Cleveland,
there we go.
Cleveland, Akron, Pittsburgh, Youngstown.
I feel like
Rust Belt grit.
I feel like all the cities there in that AFC North are kind of a gritty. I mean,
Oh,
is Pittsburgh considered gritty?
Yeah, no, it is. It is. If you ever,
I've never been to Pittsburgh, but
no, if we ever go there, you'll see it. Steel mills, people they wear their hearts on their shoulders. Very prideful people in Pittsburgh. They're very proud of where they're from. I actually had a lot of my education classes with a girl from Pittsburgh, and they call themselves, very hard worker, very hard worker. They call them Yinzers or Yins for short.
Yins, yeah, because my friend Becca, she's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And she is one of the hardest, I call her the stress ball because she's worked so hard, but she was always so stressed out about engineering. But yeah, she says yins. Instead of saying y'all, it's yins. Like, what are yins doing? Or like, I probably still screwed it up. She always told me I could never use it right. I always messed with her. But yes, shout out Becca if you're watching. Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers, my record, 6-11.
Whoa, okay.
They're gonna stank it up.
I had them finishing in last in the North, but not that bad. I had them going 9-8.
I just think with them playing the Bengals, Browns, and Ravens twice, they're gonna get smacked, and that's gonna every time. And I think it's gonna really ruin the record.
I think they'll take a game from two of those teams.
I think maybe like late, if we play some of those teams late, they might take something. Like it always happens where like the Bengals or Browns take something late from each other. But I think they're that bad on offense. I think it's gonna be like the Broncos, just number one defense. Atrocious offense that year. They had like was it Russ's first year?
Yeah,
they had like a number 2 defense in the league, but they just had an atrocious offense. It wasn't even close to any other offense in like the
opposing offenses averaged like 16 points a game. They literally had a Super Bowl winning defense. Wasted.
That'd be so frustrating if you're on that side of the ball.
Put the GTA wasted on there.
Wasn't there a game where like defense had like 2 pick sixes and like won them the game or something? Wasn't there a game like that last year? Or, I mean, the year that happened. That was 2 years ago now, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
9-8, by the way, for me. But the AFC North is so good. 9-8, you're gonna finish last in the AFC North. But Mike Tomlin, he's not gonna fail getting 9 wins. Cincinnati Bengals
Undefeated.
17-0.
Super Bowl champs, Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow's coming back. He's wearing the arm sleeve with the pad. We got all the talent. We're signing everybody back. We got veterans. We got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Is T. Higgins back? T. Higgins is back for another year, right?
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins have not showed up to OTAs.
Tyler Boyd's gone. I'm telling you, we're making a run. We're making a run. We re-signed a running back that was back up Joe Mixon that was really good. Joe Mixon's gone, though. We love you, Joe Mixon. But I'm telling you, it is our year. It is our year. We got that really nice receiver from Alabama. I'm telling you, it is our year. We're running it back to the Super Bowl champs, 2025.
You're here first. Who they?
Who they think they're gonna beat the Bengals?
Third in the North, 10-7.
Get out. We're not finishing the podcast. Get out right now.
We're out of here, folks.
So where do you think they're finishing in the division?
Third. 10-7.
So you think who's the first team? Ravens, Browns, Bengals,
Browns,
Steelers?
Ravens, Bengals, Steelers.
You think the Browns are better than the Ravens?
I think the Browns are the best team in the AFC.
I don't know. I think Ravens have just enough young guys, but just enough like experience with the young guys to be better than the Browns. But anyways, we're not discussing that. Move on.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the regular season. That's when the real
That's when we're
stuff
getting
starts.
real feisty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
AFC South, Houston Texans. I think they finish second in the AFC. I think they go 12-5.
Wait, who's that division again? Texans.
AFC South.
I don't know.
What did I say? 14-3 for the Browns or 13-4?
I think you said 13-4.
Okay. Texans are going to go. Do they play the Browns? I could have sworn they play the Browns. No, they don't. Okay, I think they finish 12-5. They'll finish second to the Browns in the AFC.
I think the Texans are going to either be a really like the most overhyped team because they have these fancy new uniforms that are so ugly, but like they have. Do you want to plug your phone in? Lily's gonna die. There's a charger right there.
Didn't even see that.
Man, we are having so many technical difficulties today. But Texans, they they have new uniforms, right?
Arlington Renegades / Houston Roughnecks.
They have Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, C.J. Stroud. They stole our Bengals QB running back.
Hope
QB
Tank Dell's doing okay after he got. Can we say the S word on YouTube? Air SHOT. S hot.
He got Nerf gunned.
S hot.
Yeah, he got Nerf gunned.
Nerf gunned.
Who's the other really good receiver? Tank Dell.
Nico Collins.
Dude,
Michigan Wolverine.
They're either going to be the best team in the league, or the most. They're going to be they're going to choke it away. But C.J. Stroud had a great year last year. I mean, I love what those two receivers. Nico Collins, C.J. Stroud. What was the other running back that was in the backfield for them? Well, it wasn't anything notable, right? But like he was so solid, wasn't he? What's his name?
I can't remember what his name is. Damian Pierce?
That sounds right. Anyways, I just think Texas is going to be a super team. Honestly, I think they have a chance to go undefeated. They have so many notable names. And if C.J. Stroud plays the same way he did last season with Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon, and their O-line's not awful. I don't know anyone on the defense, though. Is the defense solid?
Yeah.
What was the record last year?
10-7.
Yeah. And they got more players. They're either going 15-2, 16-1, or undefeated. They're gonna make a run. And I'm all for. Heck, if the Texans make the playoffs, write this down right now, BTM fans. I will go get me a CJ Stroud. I will get me a Joe Mixon jersey.
Ooh.
I'm a Bengals fan. I'm so sad they went to the Texans. I will get me a Joe Mixon Texans jersey.
If we hit 1 million subs, we'll even take the BTM Game Day show to Houston during the playoffs.
Heck,
if we get 1 million subs.
Even just 100K, actually. If we get 100K. If we
Book
get 100K
it.
and we can financially afford it, we will go.
Book it. Houston, Texas, we're coming to you. BTM Game Day.
Shout out.
Yeah, I got them 2 seed.
Super team.
In the AFC. Finished first in the AFC South, of course. I think we're going to see a better Houston team than last year. We'll definitely see the typical bad Houston team that we've seen like last year. We've seen them absolutely obliterate teams, and we've seen them get absolutely obliterated. Shout out, like, for example, the New York Jets just randomly beating them like 30-7 in New York, which was unexpected completely. C.J. Stroud had a horrendous game, but I think he got knocked out.
And that's what you keep in mind too. There's a reason they're professionals, because all of them, even if it's a bad NFL team, they dominate. The 2017 Browns would be the national championship Bama team. Like they're pros. They are going to be better than anyone in the entire world.
No debate. And it's also a 30-year-old man going up against a 21-year-old kid. It's just not going to, even just from a physicality standpoint, you're just not going to stand up.
Nope.
Yeah.
I think even from like an emotionally standpoint, I think half the kids wouldn't even want to play.
No. Especially not in this day and age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early 2010s, that was prime college football. That was probably peak football. That's a discussion for a different video, by the way, because we got to get through these. Jacksonville Jaguars, 10-7. Actually, no, I take it back. 9-8.
I think Wayne Ruby will carry them to a Super Bowl championship from being a D3 receiver. So I'm going 17-0 Super Bowl champs.
Nothing's impossible. I think they go 9-8. I don't think
it's either gonna be the Bengals or the Jaguars. Two big cats, man.
Two big cats. We'll see. Always love our underdog stories. I think they finish second in the AFC South at 9-8. I don't like T-Law. Mind you,
Really?
I might be a little salty because New York really screwed up their tank by beating the Browns and the Rams back when they were tanking for T-Law, but he's not that good, in my personal opinion. Yes, another hot.
It's crazy how dominant he was through high school and his college career.
Oh, he was the most hyped college quarterback since John Elway.
And he never lost a game until he lost the national championship, right? One time
one time.
Joe Burr. No, who was that against? Joe Burr?
Alabama. Or no.
It was Joe Burr.
No, it was Joe Burrow.
LSU.
I'm gonna say they played Alabama, but they crushed them.
Yeah.
It was LSU.
He lost to LSU, and And it's crazy. Like, he's just not. I mean, he also hasn't really had a good chance. He had Urban Meyer as a head coach and stuff. But
Yeah.
if he gets a good coach, I think he might have a better chance. Get him a good system.
Not this year, but I think next year is going to be the year we see T-Law for who he is, and we finally get that decision made.
If he still gets a chance, this might be his last chance.
It could be either this year or next year. Within the next 2 years.
This is his fourth season in the league? Fourth season? I want to say going into his fourth season.
I want to say it's his fourth.
Yeah.
I think it's his fourth, yeah.
'Cause he's had 3 different head coaches, I think.
Yeah. Indianapolis Colts,
If
9-8.
If Joe Flacco can play like he did, I think they're going to suck through the whole season, but I think they're going to be a playoff team.
I think Anthony Richardson's going to carry this team, and I think they're going to be good.
I don't
Actually, they went 9-8 with Richardson on IR with Minshew. You know what? I think they finished second, and they finish 10-7 with Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson is I guess I'm an Anthony Richardson truther. He was really good right before he got injured.
I think Anthony Richardson gets hurt in the first 3 weeks, like because he's so injury prone, and then I think Joe Flacco's gonna take over and do another run like he did with the Browns,
You think so?
or he's gonna be like he was with the Jets and just stink it up.
I guess we'll see. I guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah,
It's sad to see
It's
'cause
a
it's like
boomer bust team, I think.
It's
too.
like Anthony Richardson's kind of mirroring how RG3 went. I guess a little more extreme because he lasted so little so far in the regular season.
Anthony's had what? Concussion. He's had leg injuries, right? Leg injury. He's also had a concussion,
Yeah.
a couple concussions.
Yeah.
And he's even wearing the best helmet that you can get. Devices. That's the safest helmet you can wear.
It's sad to see. I love quarterbacks that are like Anthony Richardson, guys that can throw and run,
He reminds me
that
of
are
like
never afraid to get hit too.
he reminds me like a small Cam Newton or a big RG3.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Tennessee Titans,
Stank it up.
Bad.
Dude. So bad.
big stinky.
They're going 0-7, 0-17.
I don't think they're gonna be that bad.
Who's even starting QB for this? Is it still
Will
the-
Levis.
Will Levis? I like Will Levis.
I think they go 5-12.
I agree with that. I'm going with that too. But they are finishing last in the division, not 100%.
They finished 6-11 last year. Mind you, this team had Derrick Henry on the team. This team this year, I think they lose a win just because Derrick Henry's not on the team anymore. So give me 5-12.
And Will Levis too. He's like either insanely good or insanely bad.
Very streaky.
Yeah, he's not consistent. I mean, give the man a chance though. I love how jacked he is. Though. He's huge. He's the definition of the Kentucky farm boy.
Yeah. Kansas City Chiefs 11-6, just like last year. They're the best team in the NFL. You can't prove otherwise unless you.
They have a dynasty. Like it doesn't. I don't care what the record is. You get him in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is going to show up. Mahomes is going to. I don't care what the record. They're going to go 7-9 and make the playoffs. Sorry, 7-10 and make the playoffs and
win the Super Bowl.
Win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, playoff patty.
And they proved it last year. You know, like just stanking it up, and then they made it happen.
Yeah, there's no avoiding them. They are inevitable. Insert a Thanos guy.
I don't want to edit it, so no. I'm just gonna snap.
No, I was just like the mental picture.
Guys, I'm getting so lazy at editing podcasts, no lie. I'm gonna be open about that right now, and I'm sorry. Just hard to sit through an hour video when you're tired at night. But I hope you guys enjoy listening in.
Las Vegas Raiders, 8-9. I don't know. They're the Raiders.
Really, yeah.
They win some games and they lose some games. They got,
like
they got
what do they got at QB right now?
Aiden O'Connell, AOC.
Oh yeah, they're always laughing at him because they have like a bunch of third string QBs, right, whatever.
Yeah, but they're not bad enough to finish.
All of
anywhere
them,
below 8
all of them are
wins.
basically Derek Carr. All of them are basically another Derek Carr,
Yeah.
and they are going to do what they do, and they're going to be a 500 team.
They're gonna win some games and lose some games.
They're going to be a 500 team.
Yep. The Broncos, 6-11. They are gonna be bad.
Watch Zach Wilson ball out with the
I'm gonna
Broncos.
be. You know what? I won't even be mad. He had 3 seasons with the Jets to do that. I won't even be mad. If he balls out, he balls out. Good for him. Good for the guy. It's the Jets' fault.
I think they stink though. Like, I don't think the Broncos have any real tools.
They're gonna be bad.
The defense is still going to be
6-11.
solid though. They always have a solid defense. With the
They'll
Browns.
win some games. Let's see how Bo Nix does, but I think Bo Nix was a massive reach for the Broncos. But I think Bo Nix is going to start, and just because of the defense they have, they'll win some games.
I'm going to
here and
go
there.
4 wins.
4-13.
4 wins.
I'm 6-11. Just I don't know. Maybe they signed somebody during the season. Like, hey, both of our quarterbacks are horrible. Let's sign this guy who's played in the NFL for 20 years, but no one knows who he is.
We know who you are. Do we know who you are?
Do we know who you are?
We don't.
L.A. the Chargers. How
Chargers.
does a team like the Chargers finish with 4 and 5 wins every season.
they're
But they just
good.
look so good on paper.
They do. And the jerseys look hard.
I'm gonna
The fan base
disrespect
stuff.
them. 5-12. You guys finished 5-12 last year. You guys are gonna finish 5-12 again. I'm so sick of overhyping you guys. You guys are bad. A bad team.
There was some coach that I watched like a 10-minute YouTube video on like forever ago. It was probably back in like January. That is joined their staff or whatever. And also, I love Herbert.
I love Justin Herbert.
I'm
I'm
Herbert.
a Justin Herbert truther.
I
I am. I love
went-
the guy.
When me and Chris went card shopping, I went and got me a Justin Herbert card. I got a Justin Herbert card.
yeah, but
It was also worth $20, and I paid $2 for it. But
this team makes me mad though. Why are you guys so bad? But you look like a Super Bowl caliber team on paper.
and they are so flashy when they play. Too. Even when they suck, they're still flashy.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna change. 7-10. That's my final answer. 7-10 for the Chargers. I'm so sick of you guys being overhyped and looking so good on paper, but then you finish with under 8 wins.
I was actually thinking like 5 or 6 wins.
Yeah,
that's right.
around
That's right.
ballpark of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stuck between 5 or 6 wins. But Chargers, man, please, like go on a run, man. Go on a run.
Like, come on.
Do you even have any? I don't even know anybody that's on that team besides Herbert.
They got rid of Keenan Allen.
He's old. He's what, 30, 31 now.
Yeah.
So he'll be a good vet somewhere.
Yeah.
Where is he at? Do you know?
Bears. We'll get to them in a minute.
Ooh, okay.
NFC East, Dallas Cowboys. They're gonna rake in 11-6, another 11-6 record, just like every other year. They're gonna be up there for the NFC East title. 11-6, closing.
The
shot.
Cowboys have a really nice tradition of just being like everybody thinks they're bad even though they have a winning record, and then they go to the playoffs and they just stink it up.
Yeah, the Cowboys.
They
Cowboys.
They re-signed Zeke though, and I'm excited to watch Zeke be in the Cowboy jersey again.
He's not gonna be that good, but
No, he's so fat, dude.
Zeke.
He's so fat. I love the Buckeye though. Dak, man, we're gonna say his name, Dak. Moving on.
Philadelphia Eagles. I think they go 11-6 as well.
Kenny Pickett's he went to the Eagles.
He ain't gonna ever see the field.
No, he's not. The Eagles have lots of talent. Hurts, love you, Hurts. He's a great QB. I want the Eagles going on a run. I think they're going to be one of the top teams in the NFC. Yeah, I'm going 13-4.
Yeah.
I just think they're going to dominate again. They always they're kind of like the Lions in a way. I see them in the same gritty, hard-working team. I see that drive, that oomph. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, the Ravens and the Eagles are kind of similar in that way of just like that gritty run offense team with the running QB. Like I just see it. I just see that grit. I just see another good run for them.
Yeah. I think their chance to go on another run was 2 Super Bowls ago.
Sirianni is on. He's with the Colts now, isn't he? Sirianni, the Mount Union.
No, he's still a head coach of the Eagles.
I think he went to the Colts, man.
No, he's not. Why would he go to the Colts?
I'm telling you, Sirianni went to the Colts.
No, he's not. There's no way.
Went to Colts. I'm telling he went to the Colts. And of course, my internet was out. Okay, so I can't look it up, but you can if you want to look it up. But I'm telling you right now.
Pull it up. He's not.
Sirianni is with the Colts now. Nick Sirianni. He's with the Colts.
No, he's not. Who is the current head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles?
No, he's not. He went to the Colts.
Who are you talking about? Clearly, there's someone you are mistaking for that guy. But not.
Coach Collins went to my receiver coach went to the Colts. But I'm telling you, maybe Sirianni went from the Colts to the Eagles. I swear.
He's been on the Eagles.
I swear the Eagles staff went to the Colts after that Super Bowl, man. I'm telling you.
Maybe they lost somebody, but it wasn't him.
Oh man.
Now
we spent a minute for me to look like an idiot. A minute for me to look like an idiot. And also the Eagles fans watch this are like, Caleb's an idiot now. And they're probably turning it off.
That's why this podcast is so great. Every take is uncut, unfiltered.
Lots of cold seats and hot takes. And that was kind of just a cold seat, dumb brain.
I was literally about to say that's probably more cold seat and cold brain.
Yeah, hot seat, cold brain. Pump brain, actually, as we say during our lifting videos.
Ooh, pump brain?
A little pump. I did just get a lift in, so I had that post-pump brain. Anyways, yeah, Eagles, they're going to be dominant.
Giants, bad.
Bad. Uniforms, bad. Franchise, bad.
4-13.
You still got Daniel Jones, and though he's not been the answer for the last 4 years. Oh my gosh, Daniel Jones
Bad.
was good. When has Daniel Jones been good? His rookie year was kind of glimpses.
Never.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about it. You guys are going 1-16.
I will give you guys Giants uniforms out of 17. That's how many games you're going to win. Giants uniforms out of the 17 games. Giants uniforms.
That should tell you enough, kid. That should tell you enough.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Washington Commanders, 3-14. Bad.
I'm rooting for him. I'm going 500 because it didn't. Who's went there? A QB just went there. A veteran QB just went to
Jaden Daniels from LSU.
He went there, but a veteran QB just got signed there.
They went 4-13 last year. They're not gonna be anything.
Not
yet.
I'm a big fan of LSU QB. I think it's gonna be like an RG3 rookie year kind of thing, but I think not to that extent. So I'm going like 500, like 500 team, a little over 500. I'm gonna go lower 500. I think Jaden Daniels is that good.
I think they're gonna have a season.
And also that division is so bad.
I think they're gonna have a season like Joe Burrow's rookie year Bengals. They're gonna be horrible, but the quarterback play is gonna be pretty good.
That's a really good analysis. I really like that analysis. No lie. Even though I know I just said what I said, but I really like that analysis you just said.
I'll give it whatever Joe Burrow Bengals
out of 17.
Rookie Joe Burrow Bengals finished
out of 17.
That's how out of 17.
That's funny. I like that.
NFC North, Detroit Lions, clear 1 seed in the NFC. Just in general, I see this team going 14-3. They're going to be far and away the best team in the NFL.
Lions game. We gotta go to a Lions
They
game.
sell out every game now. My girlfriend and I looked to go to the Thanksgiving. Now, granted, it is the Thanksgiving game. She's a Packers fan. That's who they play. And they were the cheapest seats in the way back were $300 a person.
That's crazy.
Like, okay, I'm willing to pony up the money. I think it'll be awesome.
An awesome game.
But you got to know you're going to be ponying up some cash when you go to a Lions game.
I just think one thing I just admire so much is Jared Goff's career. Like doing the Super Bowl run to the Rams, losing to Tom Brady awfully. Everybody's making fun of him for the next 2-3 years. He's sucking for the Rams. Goes to the Lions, sucks it up for 1 year, and then just he's more average that year, wasn't he? He wasn't really suck it up.
We got to watch that season, by the way.
He just kept building. Yeah, with the
we
Jets.
saw him in person.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he just keeps building every year. It's so cool to watch him. Like, it's kind of like if Matt Ryan didn't suck after the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
like he made it there. Matt Ryan lost Tom Brady. Jared Goff lost Tom Brady, but then Matt Ryan immediately fell off, and then Jared Goff he kept building. He kept building back up, and it's really cool. I think Lions have a really good shot.
Mr. Grit and Grind Goff himself.
Detroit is the grind. Every sports team that is a grit and grind city for their sports teams, and just the people that work there. I love Detroit. And I love Detroit people.
Yeah, great people. Love that city.
It's crazy because half of my teammates at Bluffton are from Detroit, though. So I basically have a grit and grind team for Bluffton too.
I think we mentioned it at the Detroit Panthers or Michigan Panthers game. It's kind of indirectly became our home base city because
we keep going there.
He keeps calling us back,
and we love it. We love going to Detroit.
Absolutely,
Detroit's such a nice city now. I love going there.
It is. Moving on, Packers, 10-7. You guys are gonna be fine.
Yeah, Jordan Love, man, he's doing a good job over there. They have sneaky white receiver talent. I love it. The Packers are gonna be the Packers. They have a great franchise, great fan base in that small city.
Shout out Carl Brooks. One of the best rookie defensive linemen last year, and looking to build off that awesome season he had.
I did not know he was actually considered up there though. Was he actually one of the top?
Yeah.
Wow.
For like half the season, he was the best rookie defensive lineman.
Did he win Rookie Defensive of the Year?
No, he was not going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
No. Anyways, but yeah, Green Bay's going to be Green Bay, man. Small city, but great franchise. You guys are going to be I think you're probably losing the first round of the playoffs, if I had to guess.
You guys will never be that, though.
Yeah.
So enjoy it.
Vikings, man. Boom or bust?
Horrible. Oh, bad.
Boom.
Bust.
I'm going 40% boom, 60% bust. But I'm excited to see how everybody's been hating on J.J. McCarthy, and I want to see what I've been a J.J. McCarthy truther. Even though he's been in a run-heavy offense, I want to give the man some hope that he did carry that team. He did help that team go to the national championship, and that Michigan Wolverines team was extremely dominant. And you need to have dominant QB play to do that. I'm telling you, I think the Vikings have a chance. I think they have a chance. Who's the other QB there with them? Don't they have another veteran QB too with them? JJ McCarthy and who's the other QB there?
I don't know.
Shoot, man. I know this, and I just forget when the podcast, when I click record, I forget the stuff. And it's not good to forget stuff.
It's like I would to describe our brains, at least my brain, whenever we record a podcast pertaining to anything football news related, I would compare it to taking a test. You study all this information. You got all this information. You can recite it there and back, and you can write a paper about it. But when you start taking the test,
You forget everything.
your mind is blanker than a sheet of Boise paper.
We really need like a guy off in the corner to be like, this is what's going on. We need a guy with another computer to be like, tell us the stuff that we're forgetting. We'll get that. We'll get that in our budget one day.
Yeah, we'll be so rich that can be his full-time job.
Absolutely. But yeah, guys, I want JJ McCarthy to have a shot. I don't want him to be good or great or anything, but I want to just see him play. I want to give the man a chance.
Yeah. I believe in him. I have faith, and I want to see the guy do well. I was lobbying, honestly, in the second round for the Jets to draft the guy. I wanted him, or not the third round when they had their next pick. I wanted the Jets to draft him because I think he would have been a perfect person to sit behind Aaron Rodgers, but clearly that wasn't the case. But this season, he's got Justin Jefferson to throw to, and as a Vikings team, in my opinion, all you need is Justin Jefferson to win you games. I think Minnesota and Justin Jefferson and J.J. McCarthy will go 7-10 because simply put, you got the best receiver in NFL history to throw to.
Wow.
I think I've said this before, haven't I?
NFL history, Justin Jefferson?
I think I've said he's the best receiver in NFL history.
What about Jamar Chase?
Okay.
He's got to be up there.
I don't know where he would rank, but Justin Jefferson, just per game stats, season stats, the guy is going to be the greatest ever. If he sticks it out like Jerry Rice did, he's going to pass Jerry Rice in everything. Yeah.
That's crazy to say.
That's a topic for a different video. Let us know in the comments. Do you want to see us predict the rest of the career, or we can do a video of the top players in the NFL and say Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame, or I guess first ballot, not first ballot.
I'm like shell shocked by you saying that, but
I think I've said that before.
Wow.
I'm surprised you're shocked as you are. I'm pretty sure I've said he's the greatest receiver in NFL history.
Wow. I'm fresh.
Wow.
I'm Lightning McQueen. Wow.
Put this in the BTM shorts right now.
Wow.
Justin Jefferson is the greatest receiver
He's the
in
greatest
NFL receiver.
He's the greatest receiver and whatever, dude. But that's crazy to think about. Wow. That's all I can really say. Vikings, man, like I said, boom or bust. I think you guys are going to win 3 games or you're going to win so many games. So I'm going to go either like 3-13. No, 3-14. I keep thinking 16 games.
That's
man.
a super bust. 2 and
3
15?
3 and
3 and 14
or 14-3.
That is.
I think it's gonna be that a boom or bust.
There's no happy medium.
They got Justin Jefferson, but like they gotta get him the ball. So if they can't get him the ball, then it's 3. But if they can get him the ball, it's 14.
I can't believe Justin Jefferson hasn't demanded a trade.
Are you serious?
I can't believe he hasn't demanded a trade yet.
After they drafted J.J. McCarthy, he demanded a trade.
I would have.
You give me a run heavy quarterback.
You're not gonna throw me the ball now.
You're not gonna throw me the ball now. That's kind of how Larry Fitz was for a couple years, though, wasn't it? Because they had that run heavy team with that really crappy David Johnson.
I don't think he ever threatened a trade.
But Larry Fitz, he was an amazing receiver, and like they spent like 2 years being run heavy with David Johnson. Yeah. And David Johnson was good for that 1 year, and then he just plummeted hard. Yeah. Anyways, next team,
Chicago Bears. I think they finish. I think they finished 3rd. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs, but I think they go solid 8-9 because they have the best quarterback in Bears history leading them.
You think Williams is that good?
Yeah. Yeah, I said it in the draft video, and I'm still saying it now. He is the greatest quarterback in Chicago Bears history, which isn't a hard feat, to be honest.
I think as long as Williams can control, the media portrays him as an emotional guy, but part of me thinks he isn't. I really just don't know. He's been out in the media so much, and the media is so wrong all the time. I really don't know what kind of QB he is, and I've been seeing more and more about him. And the Bears are kind of building a solid team. Like you said, Keenan Allen went there, and they have some other. Who else did they bring in?
DJ Moore. They still have
DJ Moore.
him.
DJ Moore is so good. Yeah, I mean they got some talent. And
They
also,
have. Oh, do they have DeAndre Swift now from Philly?
it sounds right. They got some people. I know they got some people. They built around Williams for sure already coming in.
Yeah.
I think Williams needs this year to acclimate, so I'm going like 500 team.
Emotion, yeah. I like that's like I said, 8 and 9. But emotional or non-emotional, you can be as emotional as you want if you're holding that Super Bowl trophy.
I would like to see the Bears.
You can cry in
the
your mama's
franchise.
arms all you want if you're holding the Super Bowl trophy. You have every right to do that.
I think I would cry in my mom's arms. If I
I'd cry in my mom's arms. I'd cry in my grandma's arms.
I'd just cry on the ground if I won a Super Bowl trophy. I just lay on the ground and cry probably.
Yeah. Caleb the Crier, man.
Caleb the Crier. CF the Crier, man.
Caleb Williams the Crier. Best quarterback in Bears history. He's my pick to win Rookie of the Year. I think I said that in the draft video. But, yeah, 8 and 9, though. Like any other rookie QB, unless if you're C.J. Stroud, you need time to acclimate.
Time out. This is me just having an ADHD moment. Didn't they call him something else for painting his nails? They had like some other fun nickname like that too.
I don't know.
I forget what it was, but
it said a lot of things we can't say on the podcast.
Absolutely,
about it for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. But no, I'm saying there's actually a funny nickname that I can't remember what they called him.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it was. I don't know. We'll have to remember for our next video.
Probably. Or we'll just forget that we even talked about it. Yeah. Man, the lighting in this video keeps changing. It was bright in here, and then it went away, and now there's this red, saturated look. I don't even know.
You know what? I mess with it. I mess with it.
People that are watching this gotta be so. Or if anybody skips through the video, they're like, "What the heck?" Yeah, there's a window right here, guys, where we record.
You got LED lights, Caleb?
Yeah, actually, I do. We can turn them on. Right here. Boom. Purple. You happy now, kids? Boom. Boom, chakalaka.
NFC South.
Coming to you, the NFC South, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers.
10-7. Baker Mayfield.
They went 10-7.
They went 9-8 last year.
Oh, okay. I love that Baker is saying, screw you, Browns. I'm pretty sure you say screw you on YouTube, but screw you, Browns. I had a tore shoulder, and I played for you guys, and now I sucked for the other teams, the Panthers, and all the other teams I played for, but the Buccaneers were doing it. And Mike Evans even said, Baker Mayfield reminds me of Johnny Manziel, which made me so happy because they had the really good chemistry back in Texas A&M. Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield, keep doing your thing, brother. I hope you go on a solid playoff run. I hope it's you and the Bengals in the Super Bowl. I would love to see that.
I'd love to see Baker in a Super Bowl.
I would love to get me a Baker Mayfield jersey to hang up. That is one thing I promise I will invest in. I'm not sure what team I'll get it from. Cause I loved him. It was hard for me because I loved Baker for the Browns. Like, even when he played for the Browns. So when I was watching Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield go at it, I was like, I want the Bengals to win, but I love Joe. I love players, man. I love player culture. I love players. I'm gonna get me a Baker Mayfield jersey for sure. Probably won't be a Browns one because I would kind of go against the Bengals jersey I got behind me, but yeah, definitely in the future. I don't care if Baker Mayfield's 10 years out of the league. I'm buying a Baker Mayfield jersey at some point.
That season, or I guess that draft when the Jets had the 3rd or 4th pick and the Browns had the 1st pick when they drafted him. Oh my goodness, because everyone thought that the Browns were all in on Sam Darnold, and I was like, oh, that means Baker's gonna fall to the Jets. I was ready to get like a Baker Mayfield shirt, a Baker Mayfield jersey for the Jets, but I was so upset when I found out that he got drafted first overall.
It would have
by
been
the
so
Browns.
funny if they got Sam Darnold because that would it's such a Browns pick. It's like it would have got Sam Darnold too, seeing how his career played out.
Well, they had Baker Mayfield's New York City nicknames already, like Broadway Baker, Broadway Mayfield, the Mayfield Show on Broadway. They were ready for the branding, man. They were set to draft Baker Mayfield.
I didn't know that, but yeah.
Yeah, Broadway Baker was almost a thing.
I just love you, Baker Mayfield. I don't care about the Buccaneers. I like Mike Evans, man. He's underrated. He's never appreciated for being a top level talent receiver, and he's had 1,000 receiving yards every season. I think he's on I think he's tied with most.
I thought he broke it already. For longest streak of 1,000-yard seasons.
I thought next season he's going to break it.
Is it next season he breaks?
I think because he said he finally tied it this year. Next season he'll break it. So yeah, Mike Evans, keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing. I love it, man. I love good receiver play. You're being underrated. No one talks about you. But
don't ever cut Mike Evans.
Yeah, just keep doing your thing. You're the Larry Fitz of the Buccaneers, man. Go ahead. Go
love
do your
you,
thing, bro.
Hope we get to see you play in person sometime.
We are going to see you play in person.
We will.
We're going to the Super Bowl this year when we have 1 million subscribers.
Absolutely. If we hit 1 million subs, all of the revenue money is going straight to our Super Bowl tickets.
1,000,000% in our flight. whatever
our
it's
flight.
at, whatever it's
Yeah.
at.
Every penny we make from that 1 million subscribers, we're using it all in Super Bowl travel.
Absolutely.
But yeah, long story short, with
Or-
that segment,
Sponsor us, by the way.
yeah, sponsor us. NFL, come talk, come get you some.
Oh, speaking of that, well, that would be a little prize at the end of the video. Go ahead.
No, long story short, I am loud and proud to say this: I'm a Baker bro.
A Baker bro.
That's
Are you a bro Baker or a Baker bro?
that's what Browns fans at the time called Baker Mayfield truthers from Cleveland. They call him Baker bros. So I'll say it. I'm a Baker bro. I'll say it on air. I'll say it.
I just love Baker. I love it.
He's a Baker bro.
Baker bro.
We're Baker bros. New Orleans Saints, 6-11. They'll win games because they're in a horrendous division, but 6-11.
I think they have too much old age on their team. Like is Alvin Kamara on the team?
Yeah.
Taysom Hill's old.
Yeah.
I mean, they had just too much old. They had some guys. If those guys were in their prime, they'd be good. But these guys are all old. They need to rebuild. Who's the QB now?
Taysom Hill, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I
have no idea.
I say they win 5 games. I'm going. Me and Chris are kind of the same ballpark. I hate that I think of like as you say the team, I think of a number, and then you're like, "Oh, this number below or above Caleb." I see you. That's
Do you want to give your prediction first, then for the next team?
Yes, I do actually.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess say like 5 wins for Saints just because they have too many oldies. But I love Taysom Hill. He's still my go-to guy in Madden. My go-to guy, even if he's a 60 overall QB. I love that people underestimate me with Taysom Hill. I love it. So
I like Taysom Hill.
all right, next team,
Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons. Who's starting QB for Atlanta Falcons now?
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk.
And they drafted Michael Penix.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. You know what? I'm going a little over 500. I'm going a little over 500. I think it could be one of those things where Kirk coaches up Michael, or Kirk just has a great thing like, oh, I'm proving the Redskins shouldn't have cut me, the Vikings shouldn't have cut me or traded me. I'm gonna go win games. I'm gonna go win a lot of games.
I'm gonna go win a lot of games.
Yeah, I could promise you, I'm gonna win a lot of games. I'm winning them well, and I'm the greatest.
They love me. I promise.
They love me in Atlanta. I've always been. And so, did you see that video they posted about Kirk saying, "I want to retire a Redskin. I want to retire a Viking." And now he's like, "I want to retire a Falcon." And they put all 3 videos together, and it's the funniest thing. I want to retire. I'm gonna retire a Redskin, but he didn't. Now he's a Falcon. I think Kirk. He's such a the cool dad vibe, and him rocking a Falcons uniform. I can't wait to see it. Like I said, lower 500. I think Kirk's gonna. He's always been a lower 500 team. I think he's always been part of those teams where lower 500. Even with the Redskins, wasn't he a pretty like 500 team? A little under.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm seeing it here. I think he'll be good, better than what the Cincinnati QB that was for the longest time, and Marcus Mariota. I mean, that was last QB, right? Marcus Mariota and who's Cincinnati QB that was good?
Desmond Ridder.
He
wasn't good in the NFL.
He was good in Cincinnati. I was saying he was good for Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I would love to watch Desmond Ridder play for Cincinnati again. I gotta watch his highlights again. Those were some good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, Falcons lower 500. What do you got, Chris?
8-9.
I guessed it. I'm the greatest. I guessed it.
They all love me. All my sponsors love me.
All my Hillary. Thank you for the money. I won't check your emails.
Moving on. Carolina
Political.
Panthers 1-15. This team's going to run it back with the number 1 pick in the worst team in the NFL.
Was Bryce Young bad? Was Bryce Young bad last year?
He wasn't good, but
was it his fault?
I'll say no. His offensive line was horrendous. Was down horrendous.
And does he have any? Did they bring any tools for him?
No. 1-15. They're gonna be horrendous.
I mean 1-16.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's 16. Is 16 teams. When did they even change to 17 teams? Was it like 17 games?
I don't know. It feels like it's been like that way for a decade, but at the same time, it feels like it's only been that way for a season.
Oh Lord.
I can't explain the feeling, but
yeah.
1-15. Carolina Panthers. You guys should go back to doing what you were doing last season and make your tickets $10. Which, by the way, it was $10 to go to a Panthers game last year for pretty good seats too. So if you want,
why didn't we go?
Well, if they're bad this year, well, why don't we go take a weekend and go to Charlotte?
How far of a drive would that be?
Probably around maybe Where have you been down south?
West Virginia. I've been to Myrtle Beach. I've been to Florida.
Okay. Shorter than Myrtle Beach.
We're going shorter than New York. Shorter than New York trip.
I would say
9 hours probably.
I would say a ballpark of 9 hours.
Dude,
Ballpark.
we're going to Carolina if it's $10. Dude,
Let's go, Panthers.
we would pay more in gas going to the game than they would for NFL tickets.
We would be paying probably triple, maybe quadruple what it would be
In
for
gas.
the gas and hotel.
And we'll even say car repairs to get our car ready to go down. Like, oh my
Yes.
gosh. Yeah, we're
But
going.
you know what? Panthers, if you guys are bad, we will take our game day show to you to investigate the worst team in
we
the
should
NFL.
email them and ask them for sideline passes. Like, you guys are terrible.
Hey,
you guys are terrible. You might
You
want.
guys are bad, and you guys have no publicity, and quite frankly, no celebrities want to go visit you.
You know we got 17K subscribers. That's more than your whole TV broadcast.
You know it's bad when Jimmy Donaldson, a.k.a. Mr. Beast, who lives in North Carolina, did not go to a single Panthers game, but they went to their division rivals Tampa Bay Buccaneers game.
That's actually kind of crazy.
That was dirty. Buccaneers, kudos to you.
That's
that
hilarious.
Are we too old to say savage?
No, that's savage. That's so cool. That's so hard.
Okay, yep. We're too old.
I think we're still supposed to say it because I don't think any kid says savage anymore.
Okay.
That is our generation. No
Yeah.
one says like that. That's crazy to say that we're old, but it's so savage. That's
So
hard.
savage,
That's
dude.
cool. No way, dude. No way.
Okay. Moving on.
The
This is
NFC West.
NFC West, NFC best. West Coast, best coast.
Ugh.
But not really.
Niners, y'all are gonna still be amazing. You still got the same guys. Saint Brock Purdy's gonna do his thing, bro.
13-4. Oh, sorry. I'll let you do the next three then. I'll
No,
let
it's
you go
okay.
first.
That's fine. I'm cool just in the one. I'm gonna go, dude. I'm going 15-2. I think there's gonna be. I think they have so much experience. It's without a doubt they're gonna be amazing. Christian McCaffrey. You know they got who's George Kittle.
Yep.
They're good. They got Debo Sam. Debo still there? Where's
Yeah.
he going?
He's still there.
I mean, and who they
Brandon Ayuk.
They probably drafted some good guys. So.
They're-
Purdy, I love Purdy, man, dude. That it's so cool what you're doing down there. If you're watching this, it's so cool what you're doing over there.
They're the class of the NFC. Plain and simple.
The 15-2. I think they're gonna go to Super Bowl.
If I was the 49ers front office, sign Colin Kaepernick. Get this guy a ring, man. He doesn't have to play a single snap. But you know what?
Really?
I
Are you a Colin Kaepernick truther?
I don't know if I'm a true. You know what?
I
Maybe.
think the guy's crazy in my opinion. If you watch any podcasts with him recently or anything recent,
I
he's-
think
he's
just
crazy.
outside of personal life, as a player, I love Colin Kaepernick. He had probably, I wouldn't say he embodied my childhood, but he was a big part of it. Like just your typical running quarterback, was not afraid to get hit. Very rarely did he ever get
He only
hurt.
played like 2 years, didn't he? 2 or 3 years in the league.
But my goodness, those 2 years that when he was elite, he was elite. Took that 49ers team to a Super Bowl. They tragically lost. from a
Him
failed
and
comeback
Madden
attempt.
was awesome.
Oh my goodness, I don't know if I would consider myself as a Colin Kaepernick truther, but man, I want to see that guy win a Super Bowl.
I'm not sure if you remember
Please.
this because I know you weren't a big gamer, but like I remember the big talk that year when that Madden came out was how they detailed his Colin Kaepernick's tattoos, like because they never detailed anybody's tattoos
Yeah.
in Madden, but like Colin Kaepernick was like the only player that had all these like cool arm sleeve tats, like because he does Colin Kaepernick has a lot of arm sleeve tats, and they
Mhm.
detailed every single one of them, and like that was the big talk when the game dropped. I remember that. Was that Madden 15?
I don't know. 'Cause like you said, I played Madden, but like I wasn't serious like researching about it. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was Madden 15 and Madden 16 were my serious years, and then
Yeah.
I kind of stopped after that.
Yeah. Madden 25 is still one of my favorite Maddens.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick was an 89 overall. That guy, I don't even think I passed with him, but his passing numbers are great in that game. But all I did was run. Dude had 89 speed, like
The
95
Niners
excel.
defense, those 3 linebackers, and that were
Oh my
was
goodness.
scary.
Patrick Willis, Alden Smith, and another guy.
That's
forgetting,
crazy. You
but-
remember that? I totally forgot their names.
Oh, they were awesome. Watching those but watching those guys play as a kid in like midget football, junior high, those were the best years, I would say, watching football of my life.
Because Patrick Willis, he was a D tackle, but he was fast. He's fast. He's fast as a DB. I mean, that man could run.
I'd say he was like one of the last true middle Mike linebackers to be in the NFL, like true hard nosed dogs. You know.
Yeah, dude. But watching him run sideline to sideline was terrifying.
Oh my goodness, that guy could move for how big he was. Yeah.
Anyways,
moving on. L.A. Rams. I'm gonna go 10-7.
I love Matthew Stafford, so I'm going probably 500. Like, I don't think they're that good anymore. I think they're kind of they really did the boomer bust with the Super Bowl. Like, it was like their year, and then now they're forever like sucky. They're gonna be sucky for the next couple of years probably. But
I'm glad they won a Super Bowl with Matt though.
Yeah, Matt
and Odell.
Matt.
I'm glad Matt and Odell got one.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think Matt's still going to be good. His arm talent's great, but his interception to touchdown ratio is awful. I mean, he turns over the ball way too much, and he's only getting older. So I'm saying 500.
I'll go 10-7. You can't argue with the fact that their receiver room, it's always going to be loaded with Puka and Cooper Kupp. Puka Nuku and Cooper Kupp. And who's Tutu Atwell? Is he still on the team?
I want to say he is, yeah.
Yeah, Tutu Atwell. I'm sure tight end's going to work his way in there. Matt's always good at getting tight ends the ball, too. And I think it's Robert Kelly, the guy from Notre Dame they got a couple years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave it in the comments. Robert Kelly, I want to say is what his name is for the running back. But I don't know. 10-7. I think they'll be fine, just like last year.
That's pretty fair. It's a pretty fair assessment.
Yeah. Although Aaron Donald's not playing, so.
Oh, yeah, Aaron Donald retired, Rip.
Seattle Seahawks.
Dude,
who's their quarterback
Geno
now?
Smith.
He's still?
He's still playing good football.
Oh.
Geno, dude, I want him to have a good playoff. I want them to be Super Bowl contenders, but they honestly are like a first round loss team. Like, I'm rooting for them, and like I love Geno Smith. I love that you're built. I love when guys rebuild their careers. But yeah, I'd say another over 500 team. Or I know I keep saying that, but all these teams, man, they all have good chances, except like the ones that are obviously bad. But yeah, I think they're gonna be over 500. I wanted to see them have a good playoff run, because I just want to see Geno win one. Because he was all for the Jets. He was very immature, and he even admitted it. And then him turning around and learning from Russ, and that's why I have faith for Justin Fields and for the Steelers. I think Russ could really help be that coach. Yeah. But yeah, I want to see Seahawks win one.
I do too, but unfortunately, it's not going to be this year. I don't even see them making the playoffs. They're going to go 7-10.
Okay.
Yeah, but I love Geno Smith though. I hope at some point he, just like any other old aged quarterback, he finds his way on a great team to be a solid backup and finds his way on a Super Bowl winning team.
Nice.
Yeah.
You don't think he has what it takes though?
To win a Super Bowl on his own? No. Especially with the competition he's up against. He's not gonna. He'll never win one as a starting quarterback. Hopefully, he proves me wrong though. I'll eat my words.
Cardinals.
Bad.
Y'all suck. Go Marvin Harrison though. That's all that needs to be said. You guys are winning 3 games. You're winning 3 games.
3 games maybe.
Unless Marvin Harrison is being like Jay Jetta's to carry them, or like another Larry Fitz to carry it. Because Marvin Harrison, he's a freak. Marvin Harrison is a freak, and it's like he was like. He made those D1 corners look like D3 football players. I mean, oh Lord. I mean, he had no problem every week in college football. I don't think of a problem in the pros at all. I think he's guaranteed. Out of anyone in the draft, he's absolutely guaranteed to be a star, elite.
Watching that guy in person. Granted, this was 2 years ago when I got to see him in person play against Michigan in the game. He made those Michigan DBs just look like
little boys.
Yeah, like peewee football players.
Yeah, he's not got a problem.
He just my goodness.
Now can the Cardinals get on the ball? That's the question. Can the Cardinals get on the ball?
You got to see this guy play, man. If they ever come up north to a game, we got to go watch him play. You got to see.
Is Kyler Murray still the QB or no?
Yeah. Which I'm not a Kyler Murray truther, but I'm not a Kyler hater either.
I don't think he's as bad as what people think he really is.
No,
he's had good years, man.
People hate on the guy because he plays video games. which, everyone needs.
Sauce Gardner plays video games.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a streamer. Sauce Gardner streams.
Sauce streams, and that's probably the first time I've ever heard that, to be honest. I didn't know he was a streamer. But see, that just shows the media can be a bad thing. And everyone needs
Don't believe the media.
Yeah.
Look at the stats. Look at the player. Honestly, if you're going to do any media for the player, look up Kyler Murray podcast. Look up your favorite player or the people that talk. Like, look up Caleb Williams podcast because that's actually them talking. And you can't believe media, man. Media is so full of it.
Yeah.
Even us. Don't believe us.
Yeah, don't.
We're just college kids.
Yeah. Everyone's got their own coping mechanisms, though. I think what Kyler has as a gamer, I think he should keep up with that. Obviously, don't let it interfere with looking at playbooks. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but obviously watch your film, do your playbooks. But everyone always needs an escape, and I think you've learned that too, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you need to find something outside of your main.
Yeah.
Even if it's your main passion, you got to find something outside.
And
of
I think that's what he does with gaming, and
Absolutely.
I think that he gets a bad rep for it.
Definitely. Anyways, next team.
That's it. That's all 32.
All 32. Man, I thought we were going to keep going. All 32, man. You know what? I mean, I can't remember anything that I said, but I really want to see the Bengals go get one. We've always come so close as a Bengals fan, and I really think I'll tune in this year. I'm hoping that every football season I've gotten hurt, man. I just can't watch NFL because I'm angry at the world. I'm angry at football. Yeah. But I hope I can stay healthy, have a good season with Bluffton, and then also tune in with my Bengals. I want to start watching more NFL again. I was really watching NFL my senior year of high school and a little bit of my freshman year of college. And I really want to watch it. So I don't know. I'm rooting for them. I cannot wait to go to all the games that we're going to go to.
Oh, stay tuned for that.
Man, BTM,
on
man.
the Instagram account, and I'm sure on one of our podcasts in around August, early September, maybe we'll mention a little bit there.
Absolutely. But don't forget, we're going up north to watch a football game, baby. We're going up north.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget about that.
That's real soon.
1 month.
That is real soon.
Toronto Argonauts, we're coming to you.
We cannot wait.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I've been seeing so many CFL highlights on my Instagram. CFL highlights all over my Instagram.
Dude, that's
now.
all I've been thinking about is this football game. Have I told you where our seats are yet?
No, I think you're going to keep it a surprise for me.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
By the way, there are so many MAC football players on all of the Canadian teams.
I know.
There are so many MAC football. Like I know, like there's one of the starting quarterbacks for I can't remember. They're a red and black team, but it's a Kent State QB. It's Kent State's.
Is it Ottawa? Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds Ottawa. Yeah, that's right.
I think Ottawa's the red and black team.
Yeah, it's Kent State.
Yeah.
It's Kent State's QB. Is
Colin Schley, I think is what his name is.
That sounds right. But I didn't realize there were so many MAC football players in the NFL. I mean CFL. There's probably some in the NFL, but CFL. But yeah, guys, podcast kind of ran a little bit longer than we expected. Well, I appreciate you boys watching. Stay tuned for this great summer, this great upcoming season. I know we keep saying that in every podcast, but we are so excited. We are so excited for the next 2 months of us grinding out content and just doing our thing. We're glad we love doing this podcast for you guys. And obviously, we're doing 2 in the matter of 2 days back to back.
Yeah. We may look a little tired, but don't you guys worry. We are having the most fun that we've ever had on this channel. We absolutely love it.
This has been an amazing point in our lives, and we just want to keep building this with you guys. And we appreciate it if everybody's made it this far. Leave a comment. Say hashtag Rom Noodles if you made it this far. We appreciate you boys watching. Chris, go ahead and do your outro.
Wherever you are and whenever you are watching this, have a great morning, afternoon, noon, and night. God bless you. Have a good one. Take care.
Catch up, boys. Next time. Peace.
All right, guys, we totally forgot. So we reached out to all 32 NFL teams to see if we get any sort of free stuff, jerseys, footballs, whatever else. And we had 4 emails per team. And out of only 6 emails worked out of all the emails. And 2 teams just straight up told us no. 1 team said yes, but didn't get back to us. But you know who did come through? The Las Vegas Raiders. They came through for us. And they got us a little fan package. Something super simple. I haven't looked at it yet, but it worries me because it came open. They came open. Mine came open.
Uh-oh.
But here it is, guys. We're checking out the little fan package. So we got a little Raiders sticker in here. And we got a 3 Super Bowl trophy right here. It says, Dear Raiders fan, thank you for taking the time to reach out to the Raiders. We appreciate you hearing from our dedicated and loyal supporters like yourself. The Raider Nation relies on the support of its fans, so continue to cheer for us. In appreciation of your support, enclose a gift represent your commitment to excellence no matter where you go. We hope to see you at a game soon. Thank you again. Go Raiders. Like I said, it's a sticker, and this is going up on the wall for future podcasts. Thank you so much, Raiders, for the only team that sent us something. I'm disappointed in my Bengals. He's disappointed in his Jets. But thank you so much, Raiders, for signing the BTM podcast. It's going up in our studio. Thank you so much once again.